push two birds with one spoon. Just don't think that's what it is. And, we went over to my aunt's for Christmas, for the holidays, for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And she was like running late, as per usual. Women, all right. And she was like, listen, don't go in there telling your aunt that it's my fault. I wasn't running late. You were the one that wasn't ready. Don't go in there pushing me in front of the bus. Things aren't that drastic. I'm not doing that. My favorite though is because my family can be a little abusive. And I think our communication style in my family is best described as cruel and unusual. And my wife, in preparation for when we head down there to Miami, is always like, listen, I think that my game plan is going to be to just kind of, try to not be noticed. I'll just try to stay under the meter. This is going to be amazing. Yes, stay under the meter. But yeah, my family is, family, and we show love through sarcasm and ridicule. And a lot of these people today talk about being bullied in school, and bullying is definitely a problem. Absolutely, it is. But bullying the way my family does it, it's old school. It's handcrafted bullying. Some call it artisanal bullying. And in fact, some of my earliest memories of my grandmother, like sweating in the kitchen over the latest batch of insults. And, we have different styles of ridicule to suit every individual need. My favorite was one I saw over Christmas, the backhanded compliment. You all might be familiar with this. It's so my cousin really perfected it. So my aunt had Christmas at her apartment. She had just moved in, maybe right before Thanksgiving. She was gracious enough to host us in her apartment. But like I said, she had just moved in. All of a sudden I hear, you know what? And I think we can all agree, nothing positive ever comes after, you know what? So we're sitting there, and again, my cousin says to my aunt, just moved into an apartment, you know what? Pause, 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 so that we can all hear this gem that's coming. I like that you don't have any pictures on your wall. What? It's as if she was letting us all know and announcing, I've been sitting here for 2 hours trying to figure out my thoughts on your decoration scheme, and I want you to know I'm on board with it. But yeah, family is funny. I love my family. Sometimes hanging out with my family can be difficult, especially in Black families. Being gay it's not always like the thing they're proud of. And I often feel like an oddball when I go hang out with my family. I always feel like, all right, me and my wife, we're the weirdos of this family. But I got an awesome, awesome present this year. My cousin actually came out as vegan. So tag, he is it. And it was amazing being able to sit back and just enjoy. And I had so many questions too. I thought it's probably a good idea if I posed the same questions to him that had been posed to me for years. And just general concerns. Like, listen, if you choose to eat vegetables, that's fine. Just don't flaunt your lifestyle in front of me. Why you want to push vegetables down my throat? Also, when the kids come asking me, how am I supposed to explain quinoa to them? So I think that's fair. It was fun. It was good Christmas. So my wife is actually a hypochondriac. She's asked me to stop saying that. But she is not here. So between me and you, it is true. And even if I don't tell you that she's a hypochondriac, I'll just say this. She's the only person I know that can leave the house and then, like, leave the house perfectly healthy and then come back with fibromyalgia. It's some sort of magic trick. And we also have a new dog. I'd never had a dog before. We have a dog named Winston. He really is the most amazing dog ever. But every day he's got something that she thinks he should go to the vet for. I would say within the first 3 months of getting him, this is not a lie. We had to take him to PetSmart, and he was hooked up to an IV because my wife thought he was, quote, lethargic. Just recently when I came home, she's like, I don't know if he's doing okay. I think he's having difficulty adjusting to the time change. I mean, these are like real statements that have happened. I'm not making it too specific. She'll be, things that happen with our dog is I'm in the kitchen and then I hear her mumble something and I'm like, what is it? And she goes, no, I was talking to Winston. Of course you were. Not talking to me, you were talking to Winston. And when I try to give him a certain treat, she'll say, no, he doesn't like that. He doesn't like salmon. I'm an outsider. Apparently, she's in school now. She's gone back to school. Apparently, while I'm at work, she's developing this bond with our child so that if we don't work out, it's clear where the dog's going. Brute. So my wife actually used to work for a 5-star hotel, and we had a lot of amazing perks. We stayed a lot of different places for free, and it was really, really amazing. Now she works for a small startup called, what is it called? Finding Herself, which is not as lucrative as you might think. Yeah. And so family is funny. My wife is beautiful and wonderful. I'm loving life, but I just can't. My family. I don't know if you all can relate to this. My family has an interesting way of congratulating. Anyway, let's just put it that way. So if you say something where a normal family might say, "Well, that's good. I'm proud of you." My family says exactly that, but entirely different. So if you're like, I went to nursing school and I graduated, oh, must be nice, look at you. I guess you had a little bit of education now and you know things. What are you saying? Is that how you say you're proud of me? And it doesn't even have to be anything big. It can be small. We, the other day, we were out and I said, we should go to Denny's. We haven't been there in a while. We ate at Denny's and I pick up the check and she's like, oh, Richie Rich, must be nice. So I should feel bad because I can afford a grand slam. All right, guys, well, that is my time. I have enjoyed myself. I hope you have as well. I've been Shannon Manuel. Thank you so much.
How was that? Yes? Nice, yeah? All right. It's cold as crap, by the way. It's pretty cold. I'm trying to warm up, but I just can't. It's cold in Florida when you put on the socks, right? You're like, I gotta put on socks. Yeah, we've got a bomb cyclone going up northeast, right? But we're like, I need socks. And it's hard, because it's hard to put on socks or flip-flops. That's you've done it. Everybody's done it. All right, I'm going to bring up Jeanette. I'm going to start speaking in Spanish. Your next comedian, she was one of the finalists with me in Florida's Funniest Females. We had a really great time at that competition, and so we came out of the finals. Give it up for Sin Sin Boyson. Sexy.
Oh my gosh. Hi guys. Hi. Oh boy, I always get so nervous before every show, And then I have these shitty text messages that my friend would send. Knock 'em dead, Sin. Could you imagine if I were to get here and knock everybody dead? I mean, the awkward silence. And then I get here, and Bill, God bless his heart, he comes to the back and he says, ladies, break a leg. And I thought, Bill clearly doesn't get what stand-up comedy is, you know. I break my leg, I mean, this is over, game is over. I don't know, but people just think that it's okay to say shitty things all the time. You know this song, they love to tell you it's never too late?